Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again, and I'm back with some Tales of the Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead news. So I'm going to try to go through this pretty quickly so that way this video does not come out to be that long. Alright, so let's just jump right in. I'm going to start with Tales of the Walking Dead first. This is from comicbook.com. It says Tales of the Walking Dead premiere date announced. First look images released. It says 6 different stories, 1 dead world. AMC will tell new Tales of the Walking Dead in the episodic anthology series set within the Walker apocalypse of the Walking Dead universe. On Monday, the network announced the 3rd Walking Dead spin-off series will premiere Sunday, August 14th on AMC and AMC+. After premiering a Tales of the Walking Dead teaser trailer, I don't think I remember seeing that. I'll have to double check. Highlighting the return of the Walking Dead's Samantha Morton as Alpha of the Whisperers. AMC has released first look images from the series featuring the dead debut of Terry Crews, Olivia Munn, Anthony Edwards, and more. AMC describes the anthology spin-off as follows. Tales of the Walking Dead consist of 6 original 1 hour, 42 minutes, standalone episodes focused on both new and established characters within the Walker apocalypse. Each episode has its own distinct tone and point of view, but the stakes are high in each story, pushing new characters with relentless, life-threatening choices and situations. We get to see the apocalypse through different eyes, discovering more worlds, mythos, and mysteries of The Walking Dead. Tales of the Walking Dead stars Terry Crews, Olivia Munn, Anthony Edwards, Daniela Pineda, hope I said that right, Poppy Lou, Parker Posey, Jillian Bell, Jesse T. Usher, Danny Ramirez, Lone Chabano, probably butchered that one, Embeth Davitz, probably butchered that one too, Samantha Morton. Let's see, and then of course we got some directors, Halfia Al-Mansour, Deborah Campier, and Ron Underwood. Yeah, I probably butchered all those names. Ron Underwood apparently has directed some Fear the Walking Dead episodes. Will each direct 1 episode of the 6-episode first season, with the Walking Dead Universe series director Michael Straczynski, who has been around for a very long time, directing a ton of episodes. Set to direct 3 episodes. Oh, okay, so he's doing 3, and the other ones only get 1. The Walking Dead Universe Chief Content Officer Scott Gimple executive produces this series with the showrunner Channing Powell for AMC Studios. Tales of the Walking Dead premieres Sunday, August 14th at 9 o'clock on AMC, with the first 2 episodes streaming the same night on AMC+. New episodes will stream 1 week early, beginning August 21st. And then we can get into the images. All right, so we have, trying to line these ones up. So we have our first still image of Poppy Lou's character. Not really a whole lot to go on, just out in the woods. Not a whole lot we can really get from these images, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And then, of course, we've got Alpha. I'm really looking forward to this episode. I think this episode will be really good. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see, I don't know, the rise of Alpha. That should be really cool. We did get some backstory, in The Walking Dead, but it was only little bits and stuff like that, so I think this will be really cool to see, I guess. Yeah, the rise of Alpha. Nope. Okay, and then the next one here, we got Daniela Pineda and Danny Ramirez. So this looks very interesting. So they're in, looks like a very, I don't want to say, I guess, old-timey home, you know, judging by like the furniture and stuff like that. So I don't know what is really going on here. You know, if this is going to be like early outbreak, is this going to be later on? Kind of hard to tell, but yeah, it looks like they're holding up or inside of a old-timey home. Okay, this one looks pretty cool too. So we've got Anthony Edwards. Looks like he might be like what is it? Like a, I don't want to say like a radio man, but like, I don't know, maybe like one of those dudes who has like his own radio channel, because, you know, it looks like this is all like a radio pack here, or at least a radio backpack. This could be like an antenna. So I don't know if he's like just one of those guys, you know, like one of those crazy guys who's got like his own radio show or something like that, and you know, talking about, I don't know, maybe like conspiracies or something like that. And, you know, then during the outbreak everything goes down, and, you know, he's still, I'm live down here in the middle of the city, and everything is going crazy. Which I think would be kind of cool to see. I think that'd be pretty cool if he was, you know, just trying to set up like a scenario or something like that, like everything is going down, you know, it's the beginning of the apocalypse and everything like that, or the beginning of the outbreak, and there he is, you know, in the middle of it all, and he's trying to report to anybody who has a radio, who can listen in and just report on anything. Or, I mean, this could be something completely different, but I don't know, that kind of looks like an antenna here. Guess we'll have to wait and see. All right, and then we have Jillian Bell and Parker Posey. Looks like it'll be a very interesting episode with these two. She always shows teeth. If you ever seen like Lost in Space. Hello, Robinsons. She always showed teeth. But yeah, that should be a pretty interesting episode too. I mean, some very interesting outfits for the apocalypse. So that'll be pretty cool. All right, and then we also have Jesse T. Usher. Once again, looks like he is in a house as well. And this time with a lantern. Looks like he got a little roughed up there. Either that or he was taking on some walkers. Got some blood on his shirt and like a wound right over his eye. So, yeah, not sure what happened to him. And this is the other episode I am definitely waiting for. This one here is probably my second most anticipated episode, aside from Alpha's, is this one here with Terry Crews and Olivia Munn, which kind of looks like Princess. Not gonna lie, that does look like Princess. I mean, come on, Terry Crews in a football helmet. And is that a Walkman? Is that a Walkman? That looks like a Walkman. So this should be an awesome episode. And I mean, look at the weapons he's got. Looks like an axe, 2 axes here, and then he's got, I don't know what in the hell that is. Maybe a sword? I don't know. But either way, that's going to be really cool. And then you got Olivia Munn here looking on the map. Can't really tell, yeah, I can't really make out like anything. I don't know, it looks like somewhere near maybe a lot of water, because this is all blue, so maybe they're near the coast. I don't know. But either way, that is probably my second most anticipated episode. I have a feeling this is going to be a very funny episode. I don't know, I could just see Terry Crews doing some very funny stuff. So yeah, there we go. And going back to the beginning, yep. And that was all the still images that was released, one of each character. That was very cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see, I can't wait to see the episodes. It's going to kind of suck if, like, some of these characters are actually really good, and it's like, damn, I kind of want to see, like, more of this character, hopefully pop up somewhere else, but we will have to wait and see. All right, so jumping over to Fear the Walking Dead now. This is from Entertainment Weekly. It says, Fear the Walking Dead showrunner says a big reinvention is coming in Season 8. It says Season 8 will have a very different environment from what we've seen before, and it will, in many ways, be centered around the water. Ian Goldberg and Andrew Chambliss told Entertainment Weekly. Let's see, it goes on to say, Alicia Clark is out, Madison Clark is back in, but that is just one of the huge changes coming to Fear the Walking Dead, changes that were put into motion on the final 2 episodes, episodes 7, and are about to kick into overdrive in Season 8. Oh, I guess he meant the final 2 episodes 7. Okay. While Alicia Debnam Carey announced her departure from the series after Season 7's penultimate episode, which appeared to show Alicia finally recovering from the fever that had been plaguing her after being bit by a zombie walker. Her on-screen mother, Madison, played by Kim Dickens, made her long-awaited return a week later on Sunday's season finale, which was actually a really good episode, I thought. If you did watch my season finale reaction video, which I just re-uploaded now because it got blocked a week after being up, so yeah, go and watch that video. Did a review at the end. Like I said, I thought it was a really good episode. I enjoyed seeing Kim Dickens finally return. She looked awesome. Her weapon's really cool. Just a really funky looking hammer and stuff like that. It was really cool seeing Madison and Morgan finally interacting, because that's what Lenny James said one of his biggest disappointments was when he came over. He was looking forward to working with Kim Dickens, but didn't really work out. So it was really cool. I guess it was a bottle episode. It was basically Morgan and Madison, but seeing those two interact, I think it was a really good episode. Probably the best, or one of the best episodes in Season 7. Let's see, where else are we? While Madison appeared to be killed off back in Season 4 when she sacrificed herself by leading zombies, the walkers, stop saying zombies, back into the baseball stadium and then locking herself in so others could escape, it turns out she actually escaped as well. Although her return episode didn't reveal any details as to how she survived. Hopefully we get more of that, even if it's on Tales. I wouldn't mind Tales, dedicate an entire episode to what happened to Madison. We learned while talking with the showrunners, Ian and Andrew, however, that those details are indeed coming. Oh, okay. Guess I should have kept reading. And that's not all that's on the way. Goldberg and Chambliss say the show, which ended Season 7 with Madison and Lenny James Morgan en route to Padre to get baby Mo back. Now, what is interesting is it seems Padre must stand for something. Unless it's just the way they wrote it in this article, because it's not Padre one word, it's P period A period D period R period E period, so it looks like it stands for something. We'll experience one of the biggest reinventions we've done, a reinvention that may not actually take place on land. Interesting. We spoke to the showrunners to get the scoop on Madison's return, what Alicia's departure means for the series, and what to expect next. I'll try not to go into all the questions because it is pretty long, so I'll try to stick to some of them. So let's see, they ask, tell me what it was like getting Kim Dickens back on the show. Andrew Chambliss said, it was a lot of fun. Really? It was definitely a nerve-wracking experience. Well, yeah. I mean, you're crawling back to a character you killed off. We're losing one main character. We kind of need you to come back. Can you come back, please? Sorry about killing you off. It had been something that we talked about for at least a couple of seasons. Wow, so they were supposedly talking about this for a few seasons. Well, like season 5, you killed her off in season 4, and what, you were already like, shit, we fucked up, better get her back somehow. I mean, a couple of seasons. Okay. We're batting around ideas for it. But then as we started to kind of figure out where season 7 was going, we started the story. We were setting up with Padre and a lot of themes that we were going to be dealing with at the end of season 7 going into season 8. It felt like it was the right time. So then Coleman Domingo, who is a very good friend of Kim, put out some feelers for us, and Kim seemed very interested in returning and continuing Madison's story. There you go. Hey Coleman, you're friends with Kim Dickens, right? Can you, see if she'd be interested in returning, please? We're kind of scared to come crawling back. So we ended up having Zoom with her, where we pitched her the broad idea for how Madison would return, who her character would be in the time in which we have not seen her. And she got excited. We got excited, and we started to work on hammering out all the specifics for it. And we kind of sat on news for, I think, about a year, which was fun to go from having that conversation with her to then seeing her actually show up on set a year later to shoot that story. Let's see, the next question was, so how did it work in terms of, did you come up with what had happened to Madison after the stadium and then built your Padre story out of that? Or did the Padre story come first and then you built Madison's Return into that? To which Ian said they kind of went hand in hand. As soon as we started to form ideas about what the identity of Padre was and what their philosophy was and how we were going to incorporate that into the story, we started to talk about that. Well, what if Madison had been part of Padre? I still kind of get the feeling like Padre is kind of connected to CRM in a way. Like they might not be part of CRM, but they might be like working for CRM, but I don't know. I mean, this is just wishful thinking. They've always said they wanted to connect the shows more. They really haven't done too much of that as it is, but who knows. And it also helped explain for us one of the big questions as we were kind of digging into bringing her back, which is Madison was a character established from the beginning of the series that was all about her family. And we know she's still been out there since her last episode in season 4. Why hasn't she found Alicia? Why hasn't she found her kids? And the answer that we landed on, which was that she had been held hostage by Padre and forced to do a lot of things she didn't want to do, and that's where we find her. And also, it was just really interesting, heartbreaking change for Madison of being somebody who was all about her family and now has become someone who rips families apart. Was bringing Kim back tied at all to Alicia Debnam Carey telling you guys that she was leaving the show? Chambliss says they're definitely linked. Yeah, of course, we're losing one main character. We need to get someone else back. And I think as we see in the final, Madison is grappling with all the things she did in service of trying to get her kids to only learn that being reunited with them, in Nick's case, impossible. And as far as she and Morgan think, in Alicia's case, very unlikely. A big part of her story is going to be kind of dealing with that news. That being said, that doesn't necessarily mean that Madison will give up hope on Alicia. And as Madison herself says, no one's gone until they're gone. So Madison's story, where it goes and whether or not she'll ever pursue Alicia, that's all kind of future story. There's no explanation given for how she got away from the baseball stadium back in season 4. Is that something you plan on getting into at all in season 8? Ooh, here we go, Goldberg. Absolutely. I mean, we can't say much more beyond that, but it is something we will be unpacking. Okay, cool. So that is good. At least we'll finally get some backstory on how she got saved and all that stuff. That is great. Let's see. Can I skip any of these other questions? The Padre people were like, we'll tell you what they're called, but I don't remember ever hearing a new name. We'll hear it all in season 8. Okay. Let's see what else. What can you say about the folks at Padre are doing with these children after they're taken? To which Goldberg says, well, I wish I could say more about this, but honestly, we get into that in season 8. That's very much what season 8 is about, is seeing how that philosophy that Madison talks about of Padre, of separating kids from their parents, what will the end result of that be with the kids that we've taken? And to say more would spoil where we're going in season 8. But just know that's very much going to be answered right away in season 8. Okay. All right. Let's see. Any other questions here? I'm just trying to weed out some of these questions. Can I skip this one or not? We see Madison and Morgan at the end traveling in a small boat to what looks like a bigger boat around the bend. Is that boat Padre? That boat is not Padre, but that boat will be taking them to Padre. And yeah, that's as much as I'll say about the location of Padre. Okay, just as I thought. I mean, Padre's not going to be a boat. It's going to be probably some sort of an island or something like that is what I assume it's going to be. Let's see, and then the last one. What was it like getting Madison and Morgan on screen together? Ooh, that's a good one. It was a lot of fun because I think these two characters were incredibly iconic within the Walking Dead universe. They were on screen in the same episodes in season 4, but they never actually met, and it was a lot of fun to put them together, but to put them together in a way that was antagonistic. And really, the reason we landed on that was we wanted someone who could view Madison in a way that no one else could. And Morgan, when he first meets Madison, doesn't know who she is. So he's not bringing all the preconceptions that all the other characters on the show who had interacted with her would have had. And then we got to kind of turn all that on its head when he finally realized it was Madison, and the woman who was standing in front of him who stole his daughter is not the woman he heard so much about, not the woman who Alicia and Strand sat around that campfire in season 4 and told him about how heroic she was and the great lengths she went to protect her family. So that is our way of having Morgan meet the new Madison and then being able to contrast what he knew of the old Madison. That was actually a pretty good question. Here we go. And the last one here, I skipped a couple of them. I just went for the good ones here. Anything you can tease about the arc of season 8? This should be a good one. Let's see. Chambliss says, I think one of the things that goes hand in hand with the production of the show is that for the past four seasons in Texas, and we're going to actually be moving the show to Savannah, Georgia, which is on the water. And we end the season with Morgan and Madison going out on a boat. So I think it's safe to say season 8 will have a very different environment from what we have seen before, and it will in many ways be centered around the water. To which Goldberg says, in season 7, episode 16, Madison is in a mirrored room speaking to someone on the other side of a mirror. we will find out who that person is on the other side of the mirror. And the other thing I could say, in conjunction with moving to Savannah, we're always talking about doing reinventions on the show every season. This will be one of the biggest reinventions we've done. We'll be introducing Padre and some kind of seeing that for what it is, removing the location. Okay, but the circumstances in which we find these characters is, we hope, going to be very surprising for everyone in a big change. Okay, so that was a very interesting interview they did. So this video went way longer than I wanted to. That is actually very cool. Okay, so they are moving to Savannah, Georgia. Season 8 is going to be focused around water. So it looks like, I'm assuming like the first quite a few episodes and stuff like that is probably going to be Madison and Morgan on the boat, probably going to wherever this Padre is. It's probably still going to be taking place with the rest of the group and stuff like that, and they're on the rafts. I wouldn't be surprised if they get taken aboard the boat, and that would explain like a lot of being on the water and stuff like that. So and then we're definitely going to be learning all about Padre, who was on the other side of that mirror, who was the one that was talking to Madison, what is your name? No, it's not, we'll tell you who it is, that type of stuff. From the looks, like I was saying earlier, from the looks of this interview here, it kind of looks like Padre stands for something, because like I did say, it's not just one word. It's like, P period A period D period R period E period. So to me, it kind of makes it seem like it stands for something. Who knows? Like I said, I know a lot of people are kind of thinking, maybe wishing it connects to CRM somehow. Because they really haven't done a whole lot of connecting, fear, to the bigger world, if you will. Yes, there was some CRM soldiers, there was the helicopter pilot, there was some helicopters, but there hasn't been like anything majorly connecting, like, we see like a CRM outpost or something like that. Yeah, we saw kind of like a refueling spot or something like that, but not like, I don't know, like a base or I don't know, you know what I mean? So hopefully Padre like connects it more. I don't know. Like I said, we'll have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, that was a very cool take, that we are going to be learning what happened to Madison from the baseball stadium in season 8 as well. So that is going to be very cool. Learning about what happened to, Alicia, and, bringing Madison back, and how they were, like nervous and stuff like that, and using Coleman Domingo to, hey, so we're losing Alicia. Would you mind going and talking to Kim to see if she'd be interested in coming back for us? Just ask her. We kind of need someone. We kind of need at least a Clark. There must always be a Clark on the show. It's like we can't have any more than one Clark, apparently. You got rid of Madison, you got rid of Nick, that left Alicia. Now Alicia's leaving, now Madison's coming back. So it's like there always must be a Clark. But yeah, it was a very interesting interview. I think, learned quite a bit. So I hope this reinvention of season 8 is going to be good, I don't know what else to say, I just hope it's good. I hope it, turns out to be a good story and stuff like that. So I guess the only thing we can do is just wait and see and hope, I don't know, Madison taking kids, and she was doing it in hopes of getting her kids back, and now that they're gone, what reason does she have to keep doing it? Because it was always, what did she say, I have to do this because if I don't, and then if they find my kids, they're going to make my kids do what I didn't do, so I'm doing it so they don't have to. But now they're not around, why do I need to do this anymore? So yeah, I don't know. I guess that's the only thing we can do is just wait and see. I mean, a watery season, being out on the water, could be kind of interesting. Sounds like kind of going back a little bit to season 2. We had the, Strand's boat and everything like that. So yeah, guess we'll have to wait and see. All right, so anyways, this video went on way longer than I wanted it to, but actually a lot of these questions were pretty interesting. So yeah, I cut out a couple of them. So yeah, it is what it is. All right, so anyways, there we go. There is all the information we have about Fear the Walking Dead Season 8 and Tales of the Walking Dead, premiering in the end of August. So we still got some time to wait. Hopefully at Comic-Con, that's when we get some trailers. Hopefully we finally get some news about Rick. It's been like way too long, as it is now. We know whatever they're doing, there's been talks of like maybe they'll do like a Rick show, Rick and Michonne TV series. It might still be a movie, I don't know. I'm just hearing like a lot of different things, and it's like, really, if you're gonna do like a Rick TV series, like what was the point of even taking him off The Walking Dead? It was like that was completely pointless to take him off the show and then bring him back to like another TV show. If they're gonna do a TV show and just say screw the movie, we'll make it like a series. It just seemed like it would have been all pointless. It's like I would have rather seen like Rick dealing with the Whisperers and Rick dealing with a free Negan and stuff like that. All this other stuff would have been so much more interesting to see, what would have happened with, Rick being on the show. I don't know. Hopefully this Comic-Con, we need something, an announcement. I doubt there's any footage, so we'll probably not get a teaser, not a trailer, unless they've actually been quietly filming the movie somewhere that we just had no idea about. Let's just keep this quiet and go film off somewhere and surprise us. I don't know, that's wishful thinking, but as far as I know, there's like no director or anything like that. So yeah, I'd say don't get your hopes up on like a trailer or a teaser or any type of footage, but we do need like an announcement. We need something like, yes, this is going to be a movie, or yes, this is going to be its own separate TV series. This is who's in it. This is the director. Something. We need something. So, Comic-Con, not too long to go, but yeah, I'll have to wait and see. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. What do you think about Fear Season 8? Are you kind of interested, curious, or just what did you think about the season finale? What did you think about Madison returning? I myself, like I said, I enjoyed it. I was excited to see Madison return. She looked awesome and badass. So I can't wait to see, more of her. And what do you think about Tales of the Walking Dead? Any of the pictures make you look forward to more episodes than others? Like me, it was Alpha and Terry Crews and Olivia Munn's episode, just from that picture alone. Other 2 episodes I am currently looking forward to, but maybe you guys have different ones. So let me know. And anyways, other than that, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. And other than that, just stick around. More videos are on the way. And I will see you guys next time.